how to price your online coaching offers in order to make 10K a month consistently. By the end of this video, I'll share with you guys the 3 most important tips that I learned throughout my 6-year-long journey in the coaching industry that got me to 10K, in fact, 10K plus months consistently. And I'll also debunk some very popular myths in this video, so stick all the way to the end with me. First and foremost, what you gotta realize on your journey to 10K a month is that time is money. You gotta treat your time as the most valuable resource when you're building a coaching business. Because to get to 10K, there's obviously multiple ways. You could sell a product that costs $1,000 10 times in a month. You could also sell a product, service, that costs $2,000 5 times a month. Or you could also sell a product that costs $100 100 times. Now, which one of these is the best one? If you want to do bigger volume of sales, like 10 or 100, because 10 is still a pretty big number, you gotta have an audience that buys from you almost passively. And I know this is a dream that many people in the coaching business are chasing. They're creating content. They haven't gotten their first client. They haven't even approved or confirmed that their concept is really working. They just have an idea and they're putting out content in the hopes of building an audience eventually and being able to sell that $100 product to them 100 times a month. But what they don't realize is that getting big with content is extremely difficult because the algorithms are just completely crazy. Honestly, they are not reliable. One thing that works one week on the Instagram or YouTube algorithm suddenly does not work the other week. So you gotta be very smart with your time. This is where the time trap is, because spend a lot of your time creating content and trying to create a channel, and you don't get the audience because the algorithm is constantly changing and it's taking up a lot of your time to keep up. You're 3, 6, 12 months in and you've been creating content, spending your time, and you haven't even got a single client, or maybe you got a couple clients, but you've become a content creator and you're not even coaching. This is really dangerous, a trap that I extremely stress to avoid on your journey. Instead, what I recommend that you do is the 5 times 2,000 way to 10K. Sell a product that's $2,000 or more and sell it fewer times. Sell it 5 times or less, 4 times, 3 times. This is why we do high ticket coaching. At the end of the video, I'll also share with you other reasons why high ticket coaching is super important, but let's leave it at time for right now. It's important because of your time. So instead of creating massive amounts of content that takes a lot of your time and building a website and doing a podcast and doing a lot of TikToks and just fingers crossed hoping that your time is gonna pay off, you can do something different. You can do an approach where you know your input and you know your output. Because that's a problem with the content approach. You know your input. I'm working 40 hours a week creating content, but you don't know the output. What do I get in return? There's no certainty. With this way, which with a more direct outreach approach, you can actually measure your input and your output. So when you develop a coaching service that's actually on demand, and I have a great video about how to do that, you can check that out in the description, how to create a coaching service that people actually really want to buy from you. When you do that, all you need to do is you need to get in touch with potential clients on a consistent basis. So whether that is through email or messages, social media messaging, which is my favorite, it's how I grew my business, or any other way. Maybe it's networking and events and you're meeting people that way. You really need to be able to measure how much you're getting in front of people, how much time you're investing, and how much time it takes, how many measures of outreach, how many messages sent it takes to get a client back, because those messages are going to convert to calls and those calls are going to convert to clients. And again, you need to be very serious about your time to be able to get those 5 clients for 2K or 3 clients for whatever it is, 3K and whatnot. That way, you are being compensated for all of your time that you're spending on marketing and sales and also coaching. Time is money, and you gotta remember that it's your most valuable, precious resource. You can actually always make more money, but you can never make more time, baby. The second most important tip is to go with the Tesla model. What do I mean by this? So I know a lot of you guys, when you get into coaching, of course, you want to make money. You may want to get to 10K months, or maybe you want even less. Maybe you're happy with 3 or 5K months. If we're talking US dollars or pounds or euros, whatever it may be, right? However, you probably also want to make your knowledge, your value, your gift accessible to people. You don't only want to give it to people who have a disposable income, because that's kind of elitist in a way, I guess, or it leaves a lot of people out of the equation. And that's unfortunate, because a lot of people out there need coaching when they don't have the money as well. So how do we address this? We address this with the Tesla model. So the way that Elon Musk scaled Tesla was a very interesting approach, because basically what he did was that he started with a premium vehicle. He started with the Tesla Model S. And this is a premium electric car. You guys probably all know about it. And it absolutely blew up. It was super successful, and it made the company a whole lot of money. And after he collected this money from the Model S, he started creating more accessible vehicles, because now he had the cash to delegate everything, to open more factories, to hire a bigger team. And say he, Elon himself, didn't have to work anymore so much. Other people could do the work for him. He just had to pay them. And so I'm obviously making an example out of this. I don't know how much Elon Musk worked on this. By the way, Elon, where's the Cybertruck? I need it. So he started making these new cars, like the Tesla Model 3 and the Tesla, what else is out there? Tesla Model Y. There are like the economical options, right? Economical in today's market. And yeah, that's the way that he got the electric car, the Tesla, to the masses. Actually, where I live today in Spain, you actually see a lot more Tesla Model 3s than you see Tesla Model S's, because they are more affordable. So you should too go with the Tesla model and start with high ticket coaching to save your time, but also to collect money in the beginning, create a fund that you can reinvest in your business. And you should only start focusing on content and on a podcast and on a cool fancy website and all the fluff once you have enough capital to just delegate it to other people, right? And be mindful of your time, because your time is most valuable. You can buy the times and skills of others when you've made the money with your gift and your time first. Actually, that's what I'm doing right now. The only reason I have this YouTube channel is because I don't edit any of this stuff. I don't even upload this stuff. I just record it, I send it to my team, I pay them, they edit it, easy peasy, it's done. And I'm happy, because I don't like to do stuff like that. I like to coach, I like to make content, I like to live life. So hey, maybe you want a setup like that too, so you can enjoy life a little bit more. Now, the third most important tip about how to price your coaching offer is the type of client that you attract with certain price points. So there's a massive difference between charging $500 to $750 and charging $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 to $5,000. Not only because you make more money and it's more exclusive and more premium, whatever, but also because people who spend that money with you, now they have more skin in the game. They've invested that money, and now if they don't take action, that means that they're going to lose their money. It hurts. And it hurts to lose maybe $500, but I've had many people pay me that for coaching in the early parts of my journey and then disappear and block me and ghost, because it's not painful enough to help people push themselves to overcome such big problems that we address in coaching. In coaching, we address health, wealth, and relationships, and we usually address areas that go very, very deep into trauma and shadow. They're really deeply rooted in personal issues that not even therapists can solve. That's why coaching exists in the first place. And so when people pay more, even if it's money that is a stretch for them, right? People take on loans to invest in coaching. People ask family members and friends for money to take on coaching. And guess what? A lot of them absolutely blossom after they made that decision through the coaching process, and they go through massive transformation. And that is amazing because it gives them that push. It all comes down to that money mindset, right? So if you feel shame around money yourself, then you're going to price yourself lower, and you're going to attract people who don't have skin in the game, and also who feel shame around money themselves, who have a blocked money mindset. But if you throw away the shackles and chains of that money mindset, of, oh, expensive is bad, then you can price yourself higher and you can attract higher commitment to people and you can give a better service. You're affording a better lifestyle for yourself. You can afford certain things, certain subscriptions and tools that make your coaching way better. For example, my mind mapping tool that I'm using for my coaching clients is like $200-300 a month, just the tool itself. And then I also have staff and I have content editors and I have contractors and assistants, and all this stuff costs money. And if I was charging peanuts, well, I wouldn't be able to afford it. So when you go high ticket, you go high level, you go high abundance, and that just goes through all of your lifestyle and empowers you. And that's your Model S phase. You can still reach the masses once you've created that initial little fund, and then slowly start delegating things and then come out with your Model 3 and Model Y, your more accessible offers, now that you have the time and money freedom. Last note on pricing coaching offers: what do you actually put in this offer that you're charging $2,000 or $3,000 for? Well, you should absolutely look at my video where I break down how to find problems that are painful enough and desires that are powerful enough that people will pay for it. Because also, you shouldn't charge per hour. You shouldn't charge per call or per month. You should charge per problem solved. And it's completely free for you to choose how you want to solve that problem. A lot of people go for standard 3 months, 12 calls coaching package. Some people do 8 weeks, 8 calls. Some people do 6 months in-depth coaching and they just do 2 calls a month. That is completely up to you. And I will keep sharing some materials on how you can find the best signature method for your coaching business. So make sure to subscribe and stay tuned, because I have a lot more free value coming on that. I really appreciate you guys tuning in for this video. Remember to comment your thoughts below if this pricing strategy resonated with you and what was the most powerful and biggest takeaway for you. Also, if you subscribe to the channel and like the video, it means a lot, it supports us a lot. And check out some of these videos on the screen that are popping up where I share more cool stuff about building your online coaching business. I'll see you guys on the flip side. Peace out.